Alright, so we're going to be starting a few videos here on YouTube about snow science. Winter's finally upon us here in Muskegon, and so the first thing that we're going to look at is exactly what is in that snow. How clean is that snow that's coming down and piling up? A lot of us as kids, and even some of us as adults, might take a little bit of snow and put it in our mouth, but what else are you actually putting inside your mouth? So today we're going to start by finding out just exactly what's in the snow. So I've got right here a relatively clean patch of snow, nothing has stepped in it. You can see some grass poking through. It looks pretty clean, right? But I'm gonna scoop it up in a container here, and then I'm gonna take it inside, and we're gonna let this snow melt, and we're gonna find out exactly what is inside of it. Is it just nice, white, fluffy flakes, or is there something else in it? All right, so we'll let this melt, and we'll check back in just a few. So it's been about an hour since I brought my snow inside, and most of it has melted. If we look down here, you'll see that one of the things that I did with it is I put plastic wrapping over my sampling. That way that I would have a nice controlled environment in there. So I didn't want anything from the air falling into it or anything else getting blown into it. So it's nice, clean under there, and everything that's going to be inside of there is what was there when we scooped the snow into it. So as I peel back the plastic wrap, you can see, first of all, we've got some grass in there, so I scooped some of that up apparently with my snow. But then there's also some smaller little things in here as well. Little pieces of dirt. I notice there's something that's red in here that is floating in there as well, so I'm not quite sure what that is or where that came from. So my next step here is going to be to hopefully scoop up some of those things that are in this water and then look at them under a microscope and see if it illuminates what we have in there even more. All right, so I've got it all ready to take a closer look at what is in our melted snow. So going back to the bin over here, we saw a few things floating around there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a pipette and just take a little sampling of it. And then I'm going to bring it over here. I've got some glass little plates prepared, almost like a microscopic slide. So if you don't have this at home, even if you have just like one little piece of glass or really clear material, it will be useful if you can pick up things from your water and put it on there just so they don't move around, you don't lose them. If you have two pieces where you can make a sandwich like I did here, that is what's going to work best. But then to examine it up close, you can get your eye pretty close to it. If you've got a little handheld magnifying glass, that'll make it really nice to see. And if you've got some type of microscope like this pocket microscope that we have here at the museum, this makes it really easy to see what's in your snow. So I did this with some of our water, and I took out some of the interesting bits that I saw floating around in there. And as I did this, I discovered quite a few different things inside our snow here. So probably not surprisingly, there were quite a few pieces of plastic that I found in the snow. So that red thing that I found around floating looked like a little piece of red plastic. I saw some skinny little blue pieces of plastic in there as well. Other things I found there, though, include lots of pieces of plant material. So you can see the cell fibers there from those plants. Looks like some little blades of grass were in there. I think I found part of a leaf in that snow as well. And then some kind of blobby green things that almost look like algae maybe, or like some kind of fungus or mold. I did see a few things moving around as well in my slides. I couldn't find any I couldn't take any good pictures or videos of those, but there were a few things that I did see moving around as I was examining it with my microscope. So there are some alive things in that snow as well. All this just goes to show though, there's more in that snow than just those white fluffy snowflakes. So just think about that next time you decide to take a nice big bite of snow. And we'll have some more snow related videos coming up on our channel shortly here.